grateful, indebted to the participating organizations. There are 20 of them which Ajit, the President of Indian American Business Council, will outline briefly as we move on with the program. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this afternoon's event is twofold. One is to promote Pravasi Bhartiya Divas, to have a robust representation of Chicagoans or Illinoisans or Midwestern Indian American diaspora, so that we could truly exemplify the presence of the Midwest under the leadership of Consul General Mr. Somnath Ghosh. And this other objective being, we're going to provide an opportunity for you to be able to meet and greet Consul General Somnath Ghosh, so that you can have pictures, you can have interact with him. That being said, once again I welcome all of you. I hope the welcome is, you understand that the welcome is sincere, warm and heartfelt. With that being said, we'll have a brief video presentation of Indian American Business Council that outlines the brief overview of Indian American Business Council. Ladies and gentlemen.
On behalf of the Indian American Business Council, we extend to you our heartfelt welcome. Indian American Business Council is a non-profit organization registered in the state of Illinois, USA, and was established in 2016 with the express purpose of promoting business opportunities, forums, networking, trade delegations, and productive exchanges dialogue between India and the United States. Indian American Business Council was inaugurated by the then Governor Honorable Matthew Bevins along with Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher in Kentucky in 2016. Indian American Business Council is proud to have hosted a Grand Peace Festival in Chicago led by Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Global Peace Ambassador in Chicago, that attracted large-scale attendance. We hosted this Peace Festival to address complex contemporary challenges that modern society faces. Indian American Business Council proudly hosted promotional events for Vibrant Global Goa Expo, Vibrant Tamil Nadu Expo Summit, Mentor on the Road event that helped sign several Memorandum of Understandings, and several other significant events. It is the mission of Indian American Business Council to proactively foster trade exchange and promote business opportunities between India and the United States, especially with an emphasis on small and medium-sized and women's enterprises. Indian American Business Council continues to engage and seeks to facilitate a productive exchange of ideas, views, and interactions to help build partnerships given the framework of governmental policies and regulations. We at Indian American Business Council continue to robustly engage in conducting business seminars, workshops, roundtables, and networking through the interchange of business delegations to inspire innovative ideas and formulation of advisory policies to foster robust business growth. To promote ideas and advocacy that would advance business opportunities, joint ventures, technology transfer, investment, and export and import opportunities. Indian American Business Council is proud to have a distinguished team of leaders on board led by Mr. Ajit Singh as the President, Kithi Kumar Avuri as the Honorary Founding Chair, Dinesh Virani as Executive Vice President, and an illustrious team including Honorary Executive Director Dr. Srinivas Reddy and a host of directors, Dr. Suresh Reddy, Rag Jeswal, Sunil Shah, Subbu Iyer, Vinita Gulabani, Altaf Bukhari, Nick Verma, Abhi Maru and Satish Dade Pogu. We at IABC stand ready to collaborate with you on any entrepreneurial endeavors. Once again, on behalf of the entire team from the Indian American Business Council, we welcome you.
That, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell outlines the history of Indian American Business Council. That being said, may I request all of you to rise for the national anthem, please. That was the young lad Vardhan Tiwari. Please put your hands together for the young lad. Now may I request Council General Mr. Sardar Ghoshi to come forward and take the stage on the podium, on the stage. May I request Dr. Bharat Barai to join on the stage. May I request Dr. Srinivas Reddy to join on the stage. May I request Amir Bir Gomanji to come on the stage. Mr. Sunil Shah to join on the stage. And Dr. Suresh Reddy, of course. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just to, as I reiterated earlier during the program, that we are truly promoting the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas, and we of course obviously solicit your esteemed presence at the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas to be held in Indore City. Indore City is a beautiful city. I'm sure one of our speakers will be outlining the beauty of Indore City and something that you need to be there. That being said, just to give you a quick, a short brief overview about Pravasi Bhartiya Divas, I'm sure Dr. Bharat Barai will probably give me a better clarity on that. I believe it was conceived in a way in Chicago under the leadership of the then Consul General of India, Jagdish Sharma ji, and the Special Envoy Mr. Sanghvi, who have called for a meeting before the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas was formally convened in Delhi, I believe in 2003. And that's how the evolution of Pravasi Bhartiya Divas began. And ever since that, it has never looked behind, but it was always carrying momentum. And with each year, we see that there's a robust participation of the NRI diaspora at the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas. I think it's a twofold opportunity, not only just to participate, but also to voice your issues, your hopes and your aspirations in terms of how the government of India can complement you, the NRI, given the fact that the NRI's contribution is truly exemplary. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite on the stage now Mr. Ajit Singh, the President of the Indian American Business Council, the man who truly relentlessly worked hard. As you could see that, you can see the man who's always, he's a torchbearer for the Indian American Business Council. Under his visionary leadership, Indian American Business Council has grown leaps and bounds, as many of you seen that he's done under his stewardship. We've done Sri Ravi Shankar event, Sunil Gavaskar's event, Kiran Bedi's book launching event, Kapil Dev's event, and many more events, small and large. And I think that he deserves really a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ajit Singh.
Good afternoon, namaste. आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप लोग जो है बड़े शॉर्ट नोटिस पे and we are going to organize this event for Pravasi Bhartiya Divas. I think under the leadership of our Consulate General Somnath Ghosh, and he took that initiative to organize it, and everyone came. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you. Please give a big round of applause to yourself. So I really want to thank few organizations here who actively participate on this our event. First of all, I really want to say thank you to Hoffman brother, Harry Paji, Amar Paji, who opened the door for this grand hotel for us free of charge. Please give them a big round of applause. And when Sunil Bhai talked to them, they said no problem. Usually weekend is really busy for the hotels, but they opened the door for this grand hotel. Thank you very much, Harry Paji. Thank you very much, Amar Paji. I really want to welcome on this event father figure for all of us, Dr. Bharat Bhai, who जो हमारे मार्गदर्शक किए हैं. Thank you sir for coming. Sunil Bhai, Dr. Srinivas Reddy, Dr. Suresh Reddy, and all of the association president. I really want to thank Friends of MP President Mr. Anand Tiwari, FIA Chicago Chairman Mr. Sunil Shah, Illinois Cricket Association Mr. Subbu Iyer, Indian American Telugu Association Kirti Rauri, Maharashtra Mandal Mrs. Alka Joshi, International Association of Human Value Vinesh Virani, Harinder Mangrora ji, Gayatri Gyan Mandir, Hari Bhai Patel, Bhartiya Senior Citizen, Bhavesh Shah, Gujarati Samaj of Chicago, Hari Simran from Hari Simran, Mr. Hasmukh Seth, Dinkar ji from NRIVA, Krishna Bansal from Indian Community Outreach, Chandan Singh from Uttarakhand Samaj, Telugu Association of Greater Chicago, Mr. Venkat, Telugu Association of Rajasthani Ramji, Sindhi Association, Mr. Vikas Kalwani, Hum Nagesh Rai ji, United Punjabi Association, Greece Kapoor ji. Thank you very much all of you that you came together for this course, and that's how we have all the people here. Thank you very much again.
Thanks, Ajit. We truly appreciate the partnership organizations, without whose help and without whose enthusiastic participation, I don't think we would have done such a wonderful audience on a Saturday afternoon. I think that bears a testimony to the fact that you truly care for the Indian American community events, and then also in helping us in terms of promoting Pravasi Bhartiya Divas. That being said, now, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite on the stage Mr. Vinesh Virani, who is going to formally introduce. We're going to have Mr. Kailash Vijay live from India, and as such, before we put him on the live, we would like to have Vinesh Virani. Vinesh Virani, of course, as many of you know, ladies and gentlemen, he's the chief of the Art of Living. A man who truly he's a devotee of Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, and under his leadership we have done many programs, and thanks Vinesh for your complimentary efforts with the Indian American Business Council. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Vinesh Virani. Yeah, we have a little technical issue, ladies and gentlemen. Now we move on to may I invite, of course, Sunil Shah, the FIA chairman, to give his introductory remarks and also introduce the Consul General of India formally. As many of you know, Sunil Shah is a powerhouse with the Federation of Indian Associations. He has built Federation of Indian Association brick by brick. Today is truly a formidable organization. FIA is truly committed to a sense of nationalism. All the India Independence Day, the Indian Republic Day, the promotion of the rich cultural heritage of India, I think falls on the shoulders of FI Chairman Sunil Shah. And I think he's done a magnificent job in terms of promoting the connecting between India and the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Sunil Shah.
Thank you so much, Kirti, for the kind introduction. Good afternoon and namaste to all. On behalf of PBD Group and Women Brothers, we would like to extend warm welcome to all of you. It's always nice to see and meet in person our very own vibrant Indian diaspora. Today our goal is to meet and greet Consul General Somnath Ghoshji, and also to have a maximum attendance for PBD on 8, 9, 10 January in Indore. I had opportunity to attend 15th PBD in Varanasi, UP, and had honor of meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, late Foreign Minister Mrs. Sushma Swaraj, and UP Chief Minister Yogi ji. From my experience, I can say that it was a wonderful event, meeting thousands of fellow Indians from different countries under one roof. I would say it's a worthwhile experience, and you all need to feel it by attending the PBD at Indore on 8, 9, and 10 January. I would like to thank my brother, Amar Ved and Harry Bowman. They didn't took a second to give consent to host this beautiful event. So we are very thankful to them for volunteering and offering this excellent place to hold this event. Now, without any further ado, let me help introduce someone who has won the heart of Chicago community in a very short time. It is his humbleness, softness, and loving nature that attracted every individual, every Chicago people. And that's none other than Consulate Somnath Goshi. Please give him a round of applause. Schooled in remote village in West Bengal and then in Ramakrishna Mission, Ambassador Somnath Ghosh did his masters from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. He joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1997. In the span of his career of 25 years, he has been Ambassador of India to Republic of Tajikistan from 2016 to 2019 and to Mongolia from 2014 to 2016. Prior to that, he was Assistant High Commissioner of India in Bangladesh with consular jurisdiction of Chittagong and Sylhet divisions, constituting eastern part of Bangladesh. In his career, apart from important assignments in New Delhi, he has worked in Moscow, Brussels, and spent considerable time in Central Asia. Prior to joining as Consul General of India in Chicago, with consular jurisdiction of 9 Midwest states, Ambassador Ghosh was heading September 2000 to September 22, the international cooperation work in the Ministry of Defense of India. In that capacity, he has been closely engaged with USA, Russia, France, UK, and other major nations, and India's neighborhood on critical policy issues. Ambassador Ghosh speaks Bengali, Hindi, English, and Russian. He lives with his wife, who is doctorate in economics, and 2 sons, 14 and 11 years. Please give a warm welcome to Consul General Somnath Ghosh.
Thank you. I think I'm overwhelmed with praise. So I forgot to stand up and come to the mic. Thank you very much. Namaskar. It's an incredible honor and pleasure. But let us be very clear. Here we have all the President and other office bearers of Indian American Business Council. Then, thank you for sort of co-hosting with us this important event. We have the community leaders, all the important, many names were read out, but I think there are many more who are here, starting with Dr. Barai and many others who are sitting on the stage, this eminent person, and many more who are sitting in front. I'll not repeat the entire list, but just it's an incredible event on a cold, windy and a rainy morning, when you should enjoy your weekend at home, but you have come all the way here to celebrate India because of your love for India. So let's be very clear that what is the purpose of our meeting today. The purpose of our meeting today to our people, so that our people back at home feel that there is a vibrant community in Chicago who are eager in nation building, who are contributing to the society and the economy and everything in the country they are living, and they want to feel their presence felt in Indore. That's the purpose. We want to have maximum number of participation from Chicago and Greater Chicago region. I'm very glad that taking opportunity of today's important event, we are expecting the leadership from Indore also to participate. If you are not aware, let me tell you, the Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, came online. He took the initiative to have a special meeting with the community and the mission and all the CGs of the United States just a few days ago. He was very kind to elaborate why it is important, how much progress Indore and the state as a whole have done, and as very important as the heart of India, why it is important for all of you, whether from Madhya Pradesh, whether from outside Madhya Pradesh. We all are sons and daughters of India, be clear on that. Why it is important that we make this event, which is on 8th to 10th January in Indore, where Honorable President, Honorable Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister, the Chief Minister, and entire leadership of India will be participating. It is important that we participate from here. Whoever can do so, please do it physically, in person, and who is not, from here with our support. And that's the purpose of today's, this small gathering. We are expecting the Honorable Mayor of Indore to join in, subject to the technical, issues. We are also expecting Senior Leader Blvd to join in with his few words to us. But before that, let me also thank you for honoring me in this occasion. I go to in last 45 days I have been to many occasions, and some of them are not by Indians or our community as a whole, or any community from region or any other way. But when I go to some other, I was participating in an event which is by a community very powerful financially and otherwise. But there was a lament that we are small with that community. We are small. But when I see Indians, I feel proud. We are big. We will be biggest very soon. We are big. We are great. We represent a civilization which is younger to none. We have the weight of thousands of years of history, culture. We are many languages. The contribution of India to the world is immense. And let me tell you, the contribution to the world will be more in the coming days. When I say coming days, I am not talking of 20, 30 years. It will be in your lifetime. Even those who are oldest in this group here. India has changed in the last about decade beyond imagination. Those of you who has time to go back to your original villages, not only the first and second tier of cities. To each village, I come from a village, my father and my younger brother is still in village. Till the doorstep of each villager, there is a metal road. Did you imagine those who have come from India in their childhood? Do you know how much production in terms of agriculture we are having? Have you been to the new cities? Have you seen the new innovation ecosystem that India has come up with? Go and see and show your children. It's very important. The future lies in India, and the future also lies in immensely important and critically important India-United States partnership, because both are democratic, both are diverse, and both dream of similar dreams. You are the most important people who can contribute to that. I'll tell you some of the statistics if you are not directly following some of those. By the end of 2027, we will surpass Japan in terms of GDP. I'm not talking of purchasing power parity. We are already third in the world. You know that we are the third largest in PPP, which is the real measure of economy. We are already third and long back. That's not important. In real term, in nominal term, by dollar term, we will be the third largest by the end of 2027, despite what happened in this COVID. By the end of this decade, we will be about $7.5 trillion economy. You multiply by around about 2.5 or more to get it in the real term. And let me give you some other statistics. Those who are in the business, it's good news. Today, the Indians as a whole consume about $2 trillion worth of, in dollar term. In real term, it is much more. $2 trillion worth of goods and services. By the time we are in 2030, this number will be almost 5 trillion. And most of this consumption, extra consumption of 3 trillion, which is more than double of today, will be in the business area you have interest. It will be in the leisure, it will be in the health, it will be in tourism, it will be in apparel, it will be in the accessories, it will be in engineering. Think about it, how many institutions will be needing in India for medical, for higher studies, for institutes which will provide world-class education. How many new hotels will be needing? We are the G20 chair this year, as you know. Next year, September, we will host all the world's who's and go in India. Today we have to sometimes think about hotel, but how many hotels will be needing in the next 10 years? In the next 10 years, in the coastal area, we will not be able to recognize the way it will change. You won't recognize in many places. If you go today, go to Kochi, see what happened there. How much progress we have done. In the next 10 years, the country is going to change, and you will be the main catalyst. When I say you, I say the non-resident Indians. Don't take it in don't define in tax term, but those who are sons and daughters of India and their next progeny, whether they are born in India or not. There is absolutely no conflict of being born here and not working for India, because India and United States are strategic partner, and many in United States rightly think that this is the most critical partnership that will define the 21st century. There is a huge area of discussion that should have between among us, among Indians, and among partners of India. There are many things that we can do here. I will discuss it, maybe in other occasions. There are things that we can do together as a community. There is an act called Teach Act that was taken by Illinois. And under that we can use it for teaching our Indian languages, starting with Hindi and other languages in our schools, where there are minimum number of Indian or other willing students. We should take initiative for that. Hindi Divas is coming in next about 3 weeks. Let us discuss those things. There are all communities are trying to promote their interest. We should also try in equal vigor and equal energy. There is no conflict. We are in the nation building in this country also. Coming back to the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas, it's very, very important that several hundreds from this region participate. There is opportunity. I am very glad that around the same time there will be many people from this region who will be traveling to India to celebrate the birth centenary of Pramukh Maharaj. I have already requested in the BAPS function event that please come to Indore while you are visiting India. We will help you in whatever manner we can do. Today, the consulate officers and staff are here. They are carrying small computers for you to register. Please do the registration, whoever are going. We want to project to the leadership in the organizers in Indore that Chicago is alive to the fact that there is a great event what is going to happen in India, and we want to participate. I know there are problems. Even today, if you want to go to India, there will be hardly any ticket available, and there are other questions of affordability of tickets, etc. But there is a way when there is a will. I am sure there are more than 500 people from 500 persons of Indian origin from this region of Greater Chicago will participate. I am already in touch with other parts of Midwest. There are with our sister and brothers, and from there also there is very enthusiastic response. But Chicago being the largest, we should take the lead, and we should show that we are interested in nation building, and at the call of our leadership we should participate. There are many other things that I want to discuss, but I don't want to take my mind time, my speaking time. There are many. From here we must hear. Once again, my sincere thanks. My sincere thanks to the community as a whole for the warm, welcome. The day I landed here, you won't believe there are about 60 persons at the airport to greet me. In my entire career, I have never seen this. Many with garland and sweets and other things. Some was with also even a flask of tea. So it is incredible. I told the ambassador, and he kept quiet. Probably for him there was not so many people in DC. But thank you so much. You are very warm people. You are great. And believe me, you don't know your potential. The way when you come together, when you are united, the potential you have for India, the potential you have for this society that you are living, economic, social, political, it's next to none. I am telling next to none, keeping in consideration all other possibilities. Those who have done well in United States. So we are proud of being part of a community which should be proud, which is the biggest in the world, which is the strongest, oldest, most peaceful, and the best in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Somnath Ghoshji, for your eloquent narration about the magnificent transformational journey of India and India's growing global eminence. As Ambassador Somnath Ghoshji outlined, that we'll be racing towards, at the end of the decade, racing towards probably $7.5 trillion economy. And that truly makes India shining. For that, I think ladies and gentlemen, it deserves a round of applause. And just on a side note, I must say that ever since he arrived in the cold morning in Chicago, I think he hit the ground running, meeting people, meeting organizations. I think that shows that he's ready and able and willing and determined to assimilate into the Chicago community and build bridges of friendships with all of us. And thank you so much, Ambassador Somnath Ghoshji, for your forward-looking, welcoming all of us. That being said, now I have an opportunity to actually introduce and welcome one of the truly towering figures in the community, ladies and gentlemen, is Dr. Bharat Barai. I know to define Dr. Bharat Barai in limited parameters of time is very impossible, but let me outline some of the salient features of his distinguished life. Dr. Bharat Barai has been the recipient of the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas Samman. Dr. Bharat Barai also served on a very prestigious screening committee to screen for the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan awardees. And that's a tremendous responsibility, and that shows the class and the caliber of the Prime Minister of India that he entrusted this responsibility on Dr. Bharat Barai. That being said, actually, Dr. Barai is a close friend of the Prime Minister of India, and through Dr. Barai, we are so fortunate that we have access to the Prime Minister's office. And in addition to that, Dr. Barai also received, is the recipient of the Ellis Island Award, and has been the forefront on all the community issues. And ladies and gentlemen, that being a brief introduction of Dr. Bharat Barai, please put your hands together for Dr. Bharat Barai.
Good afternoon, friends. Consul General Somnath Ghosh, Consul Ranjit Singh. I call friends because most of the people sitting here in the Indian American community in Chicago have been leaders, and you have contributed a lot for what the community has achieved in many spheres, both politically representing the issues of the community, as well as trying to bring greater understanding, greater relationship between the India India and the United States. Now, about the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas Award, let's go back to the civilization. Indians, Bhartiya as we call it, that civilization has been existing for over 6,000 plus years. So we have been one of the longest civilization in the world. Granted that during 1,000 years, where a lot of India was under rule by the Mughals and then by the Britishers, India was not able to achieve its full potential and many Indians were not able to go out. But we have seen that in last 75 years and especially in last 15 years, the genius, the work, the intelligence, hard work of the Indians has been allowed to proliferate, and that has resulted in extraordinary growth of India. We can see, besides being the fifth largest economic power in the world, soon to become fourth and third in next 10 years, India is becoming self-reliant in many fields. The diaspora have also played very important part. Today we have almost 34 million Indians in various parts of the world acting as diaspora. Yes, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates is probably number one, and we are right next to them, about 4.6 million Indian Americans. Yes, some of them on student visas, some of them on H-1B visas, but that is the Indian American community in the United States. Last year, out of all the diaspora, the maximum amount of money that was remitted to India, almost $100 billion, came from Indians abroad. So the diaspora has contributed in many ways, but also remitting almost $100 billion to India last year, which was the highest. I think they were usually in the range of $76 to $84 billion. So the government has recognized, and as it was pointed out, Chicago has the connections. Dr. Jagdish Sharma, late, he was the Consul General of India in Chicago. And that is when, right after he left and went to India, he became the first NRI commissioner. Then it became a Ministry of Overseas Affairs, and now it is mixed with Ministry of External Affairs. But it was Dr. Jagdish Sharma who had recommended, and this Pravasi Bhartiya Divas was started. Now I made some recommendation to the Consul General, and we'll make it to Dr. Tashankar about Bhartiya Pravasi Divas Award. But why it is in January, they say that the most prestigious and most eminent Pravasi Bhartiya was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. And he returned to India in 2019-17 in January. And that's why the government wants to keep PBD in January. Second thing that they are thinking that many Indians who go to India for holidays during the Christmas time might be staying there and they will attend the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas Award, which is partly true. But it also creates the problem of weather in Delhi, because most of the overseas flights go via Delhi, and Delhi fog is famous. And then, because so many families are going for family holidays, it's difficult to get the air reservations. This year, there will be almost 100,000 people in Gujarat to celebrate 100th birth anniversary of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. So things are very busy. So maybe the government can think and do it in February rather than January. The airlines will love it because the seats will be filled. We will love it because we won't have to mix with very heavy traffic. And the weather in Delhi will be better. Now why should you go there? Pravasi Bhartiya Divas award is different. It's given to people from all over the world. And I want to assure you about whatever might have been the impression in the past. But in 2022, I had the honor of being on the Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan selection committee. And I can assure you that they were given purely on the merits. In same way in 2019, when I was on the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas Award selection committee, we tried to see that everybody was elected on the merits. So that is a big change in the government now, that things are being done to people who really deserve it. Now I can tell you, yes, there were probably more than 1,000 people who deserve Padma Shri. It's so humbling to see how many talented people are in India and they are abroad. But we will give only 128. But it will be a great opportunity for those who go to meet other Indians who are diaspora in other countries, have the networking. If you are interested in arts, if you are interested in economics, you are interested in business, you are interested in medicine, you are interested in engineering, you meet your colleagues, compatriots in the same specialty, living in different parts of the world, and see how you can collaborate with them and do something in your particular field. So I think this will be a great event. I'll encourage those who can go there. It will be a very enthralling experience. If you need any information, of course the Consulate will provide. My only suggestion for next Pravasi Bhartiya Divas Award, I don't know where it will be in 2 more years, but if we start getting alerted in summer, almost 6 months before, then I think the representation from Chicago will be much better. And maybe you will be still here in 2 years' time, so hopefully we can have a much larger delegation from Chicago going to the next Pravasi Bhartiya Divas Award. Thank you very much.
Dr. Bharat, hello, just 1 minute. I just want to take the whole panel. Please. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just let me thank Dr. Bharat Bharai for a generous dispensation of the story of India and how India has evolved, and they also outlining the evolution of Pravasi Bhartiya Divas and its march towards a global awareness. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Consul General Ambassador Somnath Doshi to formally welcome the Mayor Pushpamitra Bhargav, the Indore City Mayor.
Thank you. If the Honorable Mayor is hearing me, it's an incredible, honor and pleasure. It's 2:30 around 2:30 in India. The Honorable Mayor of Indore, Sri Pushpamitra Bhargav ji, here with us. He wanted to address us. He wanted to welcome us. Let's, without further ado, let's welcome him and listen to him. Thank you.
नमस्कार सभी को मेरा नमस्कार Consulate General सोमनाथ जोशी आनंद तिवारी जी वहाँ शिकागो में बैठे हम सब के प्यारे प्रिय प्रवासी भारतीय जो भारत की धर्म ध्वजा को, भारत के विचार को, उसकी संस्कृति को पूरी दुनिया में फैलाने का काम कर रहे हैं। माँ अहिल्या की नगरी इंदौर मध्य प्रदेश की फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल और भारत के सबसे स्वच्छ शहर The cleanest city of India is ready to welcome you all. प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस और प्रवासी भारतीय सम्मेलन का इंदौर में होना इस बात का बहुत गहरा परिचय देता है कि इंदौर केवल देश में नहीं पूरी दुनिया में अपनी स्वच्छता, अपने काम और अपने अतिथि देवो भव के लिए अब जाना जाएगा। पर, इंटरनेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म पर इंदौर में प्रवासी भारतीय सम्मेलन का होना ये दर्शाता है कि विश्व की संभावनाओं को समेटने के लिए एक बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म देने के लिए इंदौर तैयार है। मैं शिकागो में आज आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम के लिए कॉन्सुलेट जनरल की पूरी टीम को, आनंद तिवारी जी को अपनी ओर से बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं कि इंदौर आने के लिए, इंदौर एक ऐसा स्थान है जहां आईआईटी, आईआईएम, शिक्षा का बड़ा केंद्र इंदौर है, व्यापार का बड़ा इंदौर केंद्र है, देश का सबसे स्वच्छ शहर इंदौर है। ऐसे स्थान पर प्रवासी भारतीयों का सम्मेलन होना हमारे लिए गौरव की बात है। पूरा इंदौर आपके स्वागत के लिए आतुर है। आप वहां रहकर भारत की संस्कृति का जो झंडा लहरा रहे हैं, वो एक संकल्प के साथ पूरे देश के लिए, मध्य प्रदेश के लिए, इंदौर के लिए गौरव की बात है। हमारे प्रदेश के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री शिवराज सिंह जी चौहान दिन प्रतिदिन लगातार इस प्रवासी सम्मेलन की तैयारी में जुटे हुए हैं। दुनिया भर से आने वाले भारतीयों को कैसे मध्य प्रदेश के ट्रेड से, कल्चर से, एजुकेशन से, विशेषकर मध्य प्रदेश के टूरिज्म से जोड़ा जाए, यूथ को कैसे नए प्लेटफॉर्म दिए जाए, इसके लिए कई सारी तैयारियां होने की हैं। इंदौर को सजाने का काम दिन प्रतिदिन जारी है। मैं आप सबसे इंदौर के प्रथम नागरिक होने के नाते विनम्रता पूर्वक आप सभी को इंदौर आने का आमंत्रण देता हूँ। किसी भी प्रकार की जानकारी, व्यवस्थाओं के लिए मैं और मेरी दिशा उपलब्ध है। और इस बड़े इवेंट के पहले एक बड़ा प्री इवेंट हम 17 तारीख की शाम को कर रहे हैं, जिसमें माननीय मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह जी चौहान रहेंगे। आप सभी को मैं आमंत्रित करता हूं, आपका अभिनंदन करता हूं। इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ ग्रेट प्लेजर फॉर अस दैट द ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी has given a chance to Indore to organize Pravasi Bhartiya Divas. Our Honorable Chief Minister is eagerly waiting for you all. We are ready to welcome you. You all are most welcome. I once again thank Sri Anand Tiwari for connecting me to this event so that I can personally invite all the members there to the city of blessings given by Ma Ahilya and to the cleanest city of India. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Pravasi Bhartiya Divas, and we assure you that we'll accept and look forward to meeting you in the Indore city, the beautiful city of India, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for staying awake to address this August gathering. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, before I bring in another district minister, Mr. Srinivas Reddy has been invited recently to the White House, the President of United States, Mr. Joe Biden and Jill Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, and he had the incredible honor of interacting with the President. And also, actually, off the record, he's been invited for when French President Macron paid a visit to White House for a state dinner. He was invited for that also. I think that's truly a tremendous honor for us, ladies and gentlemen. And he served also as the president of the IMA, Indian Medical Association. Of course, he served as an altruistic and charitable man. He served as Gopalji Health Foundation, and the list goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Srinivas Reddy.
Thank you, Kirti, for your kind introduction. Good afternoon, Honorable Consul General of India, Mr. Somnath Ghosh. Dr. Barai, is one of the most eminent physician leaders that we just heard. Dr. Blvd Murthy, Sunil Shah, Mr. Amarveer, Guman, and all the community leaders here. you're all esteemed community leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure and an honor to be here with all of you to share my thoughts about the great efforts being mobilized to shore up representation of Chicago's Indian Americans at the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas in Indore, India. My sincere thanks to the great efforts of Ambassador Mr. Somnath Ghosh and his team, Indian American Business Council, FIA, and many other organizations who came forward to partner with Consul General of India to gather strong representation of Chicago's vibrant Indian community at the Pravasi Divas. This afternoon, I could say with a fair degree of confidence that year 2023 would be a year of historical events for India, starting with Pravasi Bhartiya Divas, Global Summit. That's one of the most historic events that it's going to happen in 2023. India Conclave being organized by Indian American Business Council, and more important, World Cultural Festival that's being organized by Art of Living Sri Ravi Shankar in the National Mall of Washington DC, to name a few, that will put global attention of India's rising eminence. I always like to say this with a great degree of pride, that we all should be proud to be Indian and American, belonging to two great nations, the largest and richest democracies in the world. Today, we Indians should be proud, really proud, that Indian origin people across the world are regarded as hardworking, visionary, with excellent leadership and entrepreneurial skills. As you all know, Dr. Barai just mentioned, Indian diaspora continues to grow exponentially, and as of today, there are about 35 to 40 million Indians in as many as 110 countries. We should thank the Government of India for hosting PBD to bring together the Indian diaspora under one roof. I believe the enthusiastic participation of Chicagoans at PBD will inspire a meaningful dialogue with the government and helps Indian Americans in contributing to India's global power, India's growing global power, and the policies that are friendly towards the diaspora. Here I must point out that the Indian diaspora have been committed ambassadors in India's promotion of its socio-economic transformation. Our contributions to India by way of investment and remittances have helped the India rebuilding efforts. It's been going on for a while, and it's growing at a fast rate that we can imagine. Some of the brightest minds amongst us continue to devote their energies and academic excellences to make India stand tall among the community of nations. To give an example amongst us, one of the most renowned physician leader, Dr. Blvd Murthy, an ardent educator with a passion to promote cardiac health and a great vision to spread the message of cardiopulmonary resuscitation to save millions of lives from the sudden cardiac death. His work has been recognized extensively in the United States and India. He will be traveling to India next couple months under the auspices of many state governments to educate about this global educational event of sudden cardiac death. This afternoon I would like to congratulate and appreciate with much gratitude the Indian American Business Council under the leadership of Ajit Singh, Kirti Ravuri, Vinesh Virani, and FIA under the chairmanship of Sunil Shah, and RP IAMA under the leadership of Dr. Suresh Reddy, Dr. many physician leaders, Dr. Bharat Barai, Dr. Veburi Murthy, and Dr. Umang Patel. These are all the people, and also so many other community organizations here. They have collectively stepped up to mobilize life-saving medical equipment and the other medical accessories during the painful, I would say the painful, unprecedented, once in a lifetime COVID pandemic in India. They have collectively defined the role of diaspora in the time of need. To all of you, my heartfelt gratitude, as this is among the most vital contribution of Indian Americans who made impact in the lives of in India. Your participation at Blvd is important first step for Indian diaspora, which gives India an occasion to renew and strengthen our bonds, to accelerate, to celebrate and acknowledge the exemplary contribution by all of us in making India what it is today. My heartfelt congratulations to all the Chicagoland NRIs who make India very proud and who keep close to their roots and continue working for their motherland, India. This evening, I'd like to take this opportunity to convey my best wishes to all the delegates who registered today to participate in the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Srinivas Reddy, for your heartfelt, eloquent message about, and also the shout out and also the plugging for the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas. With that, before we move on to the next segment, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your patience. We'll be wrapping up very soon. At this time, may I invite Mr. Amarveer Gomanji, the man who opened this magnificent facility for us to be able to host this. Please put your hands together for Amarveer. And may I request him to say a few words? And I know he's a man of few words, but may I request him?
Good afternoon, everybody, and honorable dignitaries sitting on the stage. On behalf of the entire Marriott Hoffman Estates Northwest Chicago, we welcome everybody here. And what a wonderful event. And just wanted to share something with DC, and we are very proud of hosting this event here, and the information that we are about to start a major renovation this hotel. Anything you're seeing is all going to be changed, and very happy to announce that almost everything is being manufactured in India right now. All the 300 room furniture from stone and anything we can think about, majority of the stuff, we tried very hard to source everything from India to give employment source and all that stuff. So once again, behalf of the hotel staff, behalf of our group, behalf of our organization, we welcome everybody to the hotel. And it was very nice to meet CG, and a big thank you to Sneh Bhai Saab. He's always been a big brother, and I always said many times on the stage, for us to come to do business from Indianapolis to Chicago, that was because of, thank you once again, everybody.
Hello.
I'd also take opportunity of welcoming you all on January 29, 2023 for celebrating our country, India's 74th Republic Day. So we'd like to welcome you all once again, and without saying, big credit goes to my younger brother Amarveer. He's also going to host the event along with us. So thanks a lot, and see you all on January 29. Thank you.
Sunil, give me 1 second, please. Thank you.
Thanks, Amarveer Gomanji, for once again. I want to thank you publicly, collectively acknowledge your gratefulness that you opened this magnificent facility for us to be able to host this. And now, before, ladies and gentlemen, as much as Ajit Singh worked so hard, there is one more gentleman. It will be a terrible amiss on my part if I do not acknowledge him properly. Anand Tiwari, he's worked relentlessly. The man who The man who put all these resources together, the technology, the stage set up, and he's worked hard to mobilize so many people. Please put your hands together and welcome Anand Tiwari.
नमस्कार सभी को। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल। हम लोग आज यहाँ सब इकट्ठा हुए हैं, उसकी कड़ी केवल एक है, हम सबका भारत से प्रेम, और वो प्रेम ही जो है हम सबको यहाँ पर लेकर आया है। शनिवार के दोपहर को, वीकेंड में, वी ऑल आर बिजी लाइव्स एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट, बट इसको प्रायोरिटी करना, इसको प्रायोरिटी बनाना, दैट शोज आवर प्रेम। और जहाँ प्रेम की बात आती है तो दिमाग तो एक होता है, लेकिन हृदय से जो चीज होती है वो उसमें वास्तविक प्रेम दिखता है। तो मध्य प्रदेश जो है वो भारत का हृदय है, और इससे बेहतर उदाहरण नहीं देख सकते कि रात के 2:30 बजे मेयर साहब आप सबको निमंत्रण देने के लिए स्वयं, ही कुड हैव सेंड द वीडियो, बट ही सेड नो, आई विल कम लाइव बिकॉज इट इज माय प्राइड, इट इज माय सिटी, इट इज आवर प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस। तो प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस की क्विकली कई लोगों के प्रश्न थे कि क्या हो रहा है। तो 3 दिन के लिए ये हो रहा है। 3 दिन का प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस है, जनवरी 8, 9 और 10। 8 तारीख को फर्स्ट डे जो यूथ दिवस है, उस दिन जितने भी यूथ हैं उनको उनका कार्यक्रम होगा। माननीय शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी उसका उद्घाटन करेंगे। 9 तारीख को वी विल एक्चुअली बी ऑनर्ड टू बी प्रेजेंस ऑफ माननीय श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी उद्घाटन करेंगे। और ये पहली बार हो रहा है कि प्रेसिडेंट एंड प्राइम मिनिस्टर दिल्ली के अलावा इंदौर में पहली बार दोनों इकट्ठा होंगे। 10 तारीख को जो है माननीय राष्ट्रपति महामहिम उनका कार्यक्रम है। तो 8 को यूथ फेस्टिवल, 9 तारीख को इनॉग्रेशन ऑफ द पीबीडी डे एंड 10th को प्रेसिडेंट का है। तो इंदौर के बारे में वैसे तो स्वच्छता का पर्चा जो लहराया है, तो वो केवल इंदौर का गौरव नहीं है, मध्य प्रदेश का गौरव नहीं है, ये हम सब का गौरव है। आज ऑफिस में हम जाते हैं, कोई पूछता आप कहाँ से हो, बोले इंदौर से, 5 मिनट बाद उनका मैसेज आता है टीम्स पे या जिस पे भी, दिस इज द क्लीनेस्ट सिटी ऑफ इंडिया फॉर 6 times in a row, and they tell us lot of things that make us all proud. तो ये तो खैर एक बात हुई क्लीनेस्ट सिटी, लेकिन देयर आर सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स, सो मेनी अदर क्लोज टू हार्ट थिंग्स। हम लोगों की अपनी अपनी आध्यात्मिक रुचियां हैं। तो 2 जो बहुत ही आध्यात्मिक, अभी आप लोगों ने सबने इसका एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा, जो महाकाल लोक का माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो लोकार्पण किया। देयर आर 1 lakh visitors to महाकाल लोक every day now, 1 lakh. So there cannot be any bigger reason for all of us to visit and experience महाकाल लोक। जो दूसरा ज्योतिर्लिंग है ओमकारेश्वर, वहां से 2 घंटे का। तो ये जितने भी जो स्थल हैं एमपी टूरिज्म में 3 घंटे से लेके 4 दिन के पूरे पैकेजेस हैं, एंड दीज आर ऑल अप्रूव्ड। आप पीबीडी की साइट पे जाएंगे, पीबीडी की साइट पे जाएंगे तो ये सब आपको वहां पर इंफॉर्मेशन दी हुई है। From 3 hours you can go to Ujjain, come back, और 4 hours आपको अगर किसी का वाइल्ड लाइफ एक्सपेडिशन का एक्सपीरियंस है तो आप पूरा, एमपी इज द टाइगर कैपिटल ऑफ इंडिया। कई लोगों को इसका अवगत नहीं जानते, बट इट इज अ टाइगर कैपिटल। तो आप वाइल्ड लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस करने भी जा सकते हैं, 4 दिन का उसका भी पैकेज है। सो कई और बहुत ही अनोखी इंदौर की विशेषताएं हैं। मेयर जी ने, मुख्यमंत्री भारत जी ने देवी अहिल्याबाई का नाम लिया था, एंड आई एम सो प्राउड टू से दैट आई कम फ्रॉम देवी अहिल्या विश्वविद्यालय। क्योंकि हम लोग वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात करते हैं, 1700 में देवी अहिल्याबाई ने वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात तब की थी, चाहे वो विधवा का पुनर्विवाह हो, चाहे वो सती प्रथा को बंद करना हो, चाहे वो महिलाओं को घर में न बैठकर स्वयं आत्मनिर्भर होकर बाहर काम करना हो। छोटी छोटी चीजों का उन्होंने इसका जो है स्थापना की थी, जो कि आज हम सब लोग को गौरव महसूस होता है। तो उस नगरी में आइए जहाँ पे संस्कार कूट कूट कर रहे हैं। उसका उदाहरण अभी आपने देख लिया, मेयर साहब जो खुद स्वयं ही केम टू इनवाइट ऑल ऑफ यू। 56 दुकान सराफा, ये मैं बोलते बोलते मुंह में पानी आ जाएगा, लेकिन जो वाकई वहाँ का जो खान पान है, जो संस्कार है वहाँ के, आप खान पान का एक्सपीरियंस किए, मैं कितना ही कह दूँ कि वो जो 5 किलो की जलेबी होती है वो अत्यंत स्वादिष्ट होती है। जब तक आप स्वयं नहीं चखेंगे उसे, जब तक आप स्वयं नहीं खाएंगे उसे, तब तक आपको पता नहीं चलेगा कि मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ। और बहुत ही यूनिक, चाहे वो खिलाने का तरीका हो, चाहे मेहमान नवाजी का तरीका हो, आप एक्सपीरियंस कीजिए एंड इट इज गारंटीड यू विल नॉट फॉरगेट। सो विदाउट टेकिंग फर्दर ड्यू, कैलाश जी इज ऑनलाइन, सो लेट मी कट शॉर्ट।
कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी आए हैं, बहुत सम्मानीय नेता है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सीनियर जनरल सेक्रेटरी है और 6 बार मध्य प्रदेश लेजिस्लेटिव में इलेक्टेड एमएलए और इंदौर के मेयर भी रहे हैं। तो माननीय श्री कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी,
बता दीजिए मुझे। थैंक यू। मैं कैलाश विजयवर्गीय अभी दिल्ली में हूँ। अभी आप सब जानते हैं कि मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जनरल सेक्रेटरी भी हूँ और इसलिए सबसे पहले तो आप सबको इस बात की बधाई देना चाहता हूँ कि गुजरात में भारतीय जनता पार्टी बहुत बम्पर वोटिंग से जीती है। इस बात के लिए आप सबको बधाइयाँ मिली। सभी जानते हैं हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में और हमारे प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह जी चौहान के नेतृत्व में इंदौर में एनआरआई सम्मेलन हो रहा है। क्योंकि मैं इंदौर का ही रहने वाला हूँ, मेरा जन्म इंदौर का है और मैं पला बढ़ा इंदौर में हूँ और इसलिए मेरी भी जवाबदारी है कि मैं सब आपको इंदौर आने का निमंत्रण दूँ। आप जानते हैं कि मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जिस प्रकार इंदौर ही नहीं सारे देश का विकास हो रहा है और आप स्वयं देखें कि आपका देश कितना प्रगति कर रहा है। मैं समझता हूँ इसमें आप सब देखेंगे तो आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। इंदौर के पास उज्जैन में महाकाल का मंदिर है, उस मंदिर का अभी ही पुनर्निर्माण हुआ, उसके आसपास उसका विकास हुआ है। और इंदौर के बारे में मैं क्या बताऊँ, आप सब पढ़ते लिखते ही हैं। इंदौर स्वच्छता में भी देश में प्रथम है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का स्वच्छ भारत मिशन के अंतर्गत इंदौर की जनता ने जन भागीदारी से इंदौर को देश का सबसे साफ शहर बनाया है। ऐसे शहर में मैं आप सबको आमंत्रित करता हूँ, आप आइए। भारत इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए बहुत अच्छी जगह है, आप आइए, इन्वेस्टमेंट करिए। इंदौर बहुत अच्छा इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए स्थान है, आप आइए, वहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट करिए। मैं यही निवेदन करना चाहता हूँ। यहाँ अभी रात के 3 बज रहे हैं, 3:15। मैं भी कहीं से ट्रेवल करके आ रहा हूँ। मुझे को भाई का आग्रह था कि आप आइए, इसलिए मैं आप लोगों के बीच में खातिब हो रहा हूँ। मैं एक बार फिर से आप सबका अभिनंदन करता हूँ, स्वागत करता हूँ और इंदौर में आप सबको आमंत्रित करता हूँ। हम सब मेजबानी के लिए आपका इंतजार कर रहे हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। भारत माता की जय।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, आप इतनी देर रात तक आए। So much, thank you so much, sir. We'll see you in Indore. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm truly humbled for introduction. Honorable Consul General, Ambassador Somnaji, Dr. Blvd, Dr. Srinivas Reddy, distinguished guests, and co-members of the Indo-US community. It gives me a great opportunity. This is a great opportunity for me to thank all of you for not only coming here, but also supporting the major cause of contributing back to what we received from our motherland, India. I've been in this country for almost like 42 years. And every year I go to India as a visiting professor. I'm a product of Hoffman Institute of Political Sciences, New Delhi. And I'm very proud to say that there are about 20 aims And when I go there, I gain more knowledge from my Indian peers than I give them back. I'm proud to be Indian, and I was telling our ambassador ji that, you know, the very thought that I am an Indian physician of American, physician, US physician of Indian origin makes me very proud. And I always think of India first before I think of anything else. God bless India, and we look forward to a great celebration in Indo in the next couple of months. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost there. Now, before I bring in Vinesh Virani, I'd like to acknowledge some of the stalwarts of the community. May I start with, of course, Mr. Anil Barod. Hold your applause so I can read all the names and we can give a round of applause. Anil Barod, Nick Verma, Satish Daripogu, Mr. Haribai ji, Bharatiya senior citizen, and Hina Trivedi, Neelam Devedi Singh, Sohan Joshi, former president of Federation of India, Ms. Uma Avadudu, TAG president of, the current president of TAGC. I see Nimesh Jani, I see Ganesh Kar from the vantage point here, and I'll ask Vinesh Virani to acknowledge the others. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Vinesh Virani.
Thank you very much, and I want to say every organization who supported fully hearted to us, starting with our ambassador Somnath ji and their team, Ranjit ji, Bhutia ji, Vinod ji, Khatri ji, they are all very open, and they say anything we can do for the community, and they are very warm to us. And thank you again for supporting us, Somnath ji. I'm coming to Anil ji from the Bab's temple. Then we have Haribai Patel, Bharatiya Senior Citizen Parivar President. Also we have in our group is Hari and Dinkar Kanimuri. They are from the Vachasvi Devi Association. Bhavesh Shah from our Gujarati Samaj. We have Nick, Satish and Sanjay Bhai Shah for our Jain Temple trustee, as well as is the IABC office bearer. Dr. Vimuri, Dr. Srinivas Reddy, and Dr. Bharat Bhai Barai. Without their help, it would not be possible, this program. And last but not least is our Bhuman brothers. They opened up this hotel for us, and they did everything possible. They says, we don't want any compromise on the food, to the room, to the anything that we want. They were open-hearted people and give us the help. So thank you very much for every one of you. And last one is, I think Himanshu Bhai said, we mispronounced his name, so sorry, but they are Hari Kirtan Swaminarayan Temple people, so they are young group, very new, and I must thank them also to join us with us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I will ask all the association president, if you are here, please take a group picture with CG. Whoever want to take a picture with him, so he is going to be with us for a few minutes. So I will ask all the association who joined, please have a group picture with CG.
Bharat Mata ki Jai! Bharat Mata ki Jai!
भारत माता की भारत माता की भारत माता की भारत माता की भारत माता की